Maybe we can pull this up in the video. But
yeah, we should just roll the clip as this is happening. About her EQing into the line bush, ready to get active, and then
I think everyone except
dying.
Blauer was on the same page, or we're just going to play slow, wait for Varus to poke, wait for TF Gold Card to hit someone, and do like Varus poke, or like Aurora finds an angle somehow. And then Blauer is just like complete sends it. And then he said to me in the review, I thought Varus was closer. I thought he was going to ult on top of this. And when you look at Varus is like walking around the entire time.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 47 of the Cloud9 Kia Forecast. We're here after our games versus TL, where we went 2-0. I'm here with Vulcan, APA, and I'm an Arrow. Make sure to subscribe for more content, and we'll get into it. So, 2-0. I'm sure you guys were expecting a 2-0 in the middle of game 2.
It looked like a free win, yeah.
I mean, we got Ash Sheriffine and we won again, so it's obviously a scheduled win.
No, I knew we were going to win that game. They were not progressing that game.
They were not, but I guess let's start with game 1. The fans want to go in order.
Sadly.
So game 1 was a bit more of an actual like game. It's like a back and forth. We did have a gold lead kind of the entire game, but it was definitely a bit more like challenging. There was a lot happening around bottom early. So Phil, what did you think of what was going on?
Yeah, I mean, we're playing this matchup where we don't really win ever, and then once we're 6, we can try to make plays because we have a lot of CC and a lot of damage at that point as Varus Nolus. But Bauer made a good gank timer, I guess. He just decided that he was going to pull up in the ball lane. We didn't really plan it or anything. He was just like, I'm coming, guys. Just flash in. I'm like, okay, I can do that. So then we got a kill on Ezreal, which helped us relieve a lot of pressure. But then Sven had, I think he would phrase it differently, but he had a mishap happen.
He did, yeah.
So he died and lost flash.
Scenario.
Yeah. Died, lost flash.
Because I was busy laning, and then I heard Sven say some bad words about himself.
Yeah, I was playing so disgustingly bad today.
Yeah, something like that. And then Nico had flash after his first death, so I was thinking for sure he's going to die again to Nico flash at some point.
Yeah.
But then they tried to do it only 2v2, so Sven ended up walking it off, which was, I think, very big, because I think if they kill him again on that timer and they play it with their Pantheon in any way,
can snowball
probably
really
could.
hard,
Yeah, I think it would snowball a lot harder, but they didn't do a good job of that, so we were chilling after that, and I kind of felt like as the game was going on that our comp was a lot better and we could chill and like we had control of the whole map, and they have to walk into Varus Aura as like Pantheon, Nico, Rumble, which like no one really wants
a low engage comp. No one wants to go first, and then
you could tell they were scared to walk in and really like do anything.
It was the third dragon fight or the fourth dragon fight where we just had to stand off for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And the entire time, like there's like me, you, and Blauer just S-keying, watching Sven just
shoot an arrow.
Yeah, he's just chucking some stuff at them, seeing what happens.
And just dropping some like half HP bombs every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm just S-keying with it, like my cards going through my head. And I'm like,
yeah, I mean, they definitely need to be able to like go. They obviously wanted Rumble LYON. Kind of knew that beforehand too. When they dumped like Cassio Annie-ban.
You know,
they really wanted you to like ban LYON.
They were looking at me the entire draft or ban phase.
Yeah.
And like taunting me. And then they blinded LYON and they looked at me. And I picked TF and spawned like, I don't know what he said because I'm not good at lip reading. But it felt like he was saying like, you're just going to allow that? Like when I picked LYON. Or sorry, when I picked TF and it was LYON, and I'm just like, sure.
Felt disrespected. You did type at the start of the game, only 2 bans, XD.
Yeah. I was expecting the 3 bans, but I guess you don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They had to ban the Seraphine because, I mean, you saw game 2, so they had to ban the Seraphine.
Yeah, we just took over from the
It was just completely unplayable for them the entire game. Yeah. I guess, how was it from your perspective? Because obviously, like, you counterpicked the LYON. This is what we did last year, by the way. We did TF LYON, and
I mean, the lane itself is not that easy.
Year.
So you have to, like, I rushed Swifties in that game. Yeah. You kind of just have to movement check it. Because LYON's going to get Q3 and eXyu.
Yeah.
And then if he hits, he's going to win the trade. But if you dodge it, you can win the trade. So I was kind of just movement capping him a little bit in the lane. I just bought Swifties. The theory that I said earlier, the just dodge. I was doing some just dodge theory. And it was working out quite well in lane. I was down like a little bit CS. Yeah. But that's like kind of every TF lane in the entire game, I feel like. You just lose lane slowly.
Yeah.
But then you run around the map and get some cool.
I mean, you were fairly even
stuff
through it until you had that death walking into like bot line bush. You were chilling.
I didn't even see them flashing me
into a war zone when you
walked
into the war zone.
I F keyed the bot lane. Like if you had my POV, I'm like F keying the bot lane,
Yeah.
And then I come back in, and there's a Nico Pop Blossom straight on my forehead. And I'm like, ah, shit.
Yeah, won't lie. Was kind of ready to strangle you on that one, Ian, because we saw all of them. We knew they were all down there, but you walked in carefree. That's just fine.
It's okay.
You had it happen later, though, too, where you walked in and they were on you and you just
Well, then
casually
walked it off.
other
like, oh, okay.
times I had, or they jumped on me. I just
Yeah.
had cleanse.
Yes, you didn't care.
I feel like cleanse for certain characters is so broken
Yeah.
because they need like.
You need to be knocked up by Yone somehow.
Yeah.
Or you'll just walk it
But
off.
he was never there to like initiate it. It was always like Nico and Pantheon.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the one time they tried it top lane, I just cleansed it, walked it off. The one time that they tried it there, Nico E. I'm not really sure why he didn't ult me. I did have Hourglass,
Mhm.
but like, I feel like you should try. You shouldn't just let the TF run through you like
I think
that.
they felt a bit screwed at that point, to be honest. That if they went on you, then they're going to lose anyways, because Varus is just going to do.
But I feel like they should have tried then. But I mean, the game, it felt really easy. We kept baiting out the TPs with some good like Baron pools.
Yep.
And then outside the one moment where Blabber like EQ'd in to the river.
Let's discuss that one, because we should bring the fans, honestly, into this too, to discuss in the comments to help
We can have a poll, maybe.
break the tie on what this is,
Yeah.
where currently
tie.
Blabber obviously holds the weight of like 5 votes because he's Blabber, and all of us get 1 individually, apparently, on
All
the
right,
team.
so it's 5-5.
It's currently 5-5 tied. Blabber says it was good. He did downgrade into it's okay.
Maybe we can pull this up in the video. But
Yeah, we should just roll the clip as this is happening.
I don't know,
Blabber
I think-
EQing into the line bush.
I can press ghost and get a card to someone.
Who's on the Rumble? Starting on Rumble is not bad.
Yo, guys, look here. Nico here.
Yeah, we fine.
I'm watching.
I'm starting on Rumble. No,
I'm watching.
I'll
looking
back
Rumble,
to
watch ready, watch ready.
I have GFG.
Leon is kind of
Yo,
trapped.
I have to go base. I have to go
Okay.
base.
I hook front. Phantom no flash.
We don't have to rush like that. We can just play for my gold card.
Yeah.
I always be able to get range and
Sorry,
gold
I
cards.
thought a good angle.
It's fine. Keep talking about what's up.
Everyone except
Dying.
Blabber was on the same page, or we're just gonna play so. Wait for
Yeah.
Varus to poke, wait for TF gold card to hit someone, and do like Varus poke or like Aurora finds
Yeah.
an angle somehow, and then Blabber just like complete sends it, and then he
He had
said
to
to
go.
me in the review, I thought Varus was closer. I thought he was gonna ult on top of this, and when you look at Varus, Varus is like walking around the entire time.
Yeah.
I don't think Varus is expecting Jarvan to EQ into that bush.
Yeah, I
I
mean-
don't think he was expecting that one.
Sven after said like it could be good if I like knew that you were doing this.
Yeah,
Because
he was
would
ready.
be like
Yeah, it
ready
can
to
be
go
something.
on it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was just not said, and Blabber just said, "Guys, look at me, I'm going in."
Just EQ'd over the wall, just completely blind, just got active. Like, yeah, okay, that's the Bobby we love. He loves to get in there,
Yep.
and go. But yeah, turned into a win, so it was good. But game 2, obviously we're really far behind.
Really? Nah.
Yeah, we were pretty far
I thought
behind.
we were ahead the entire game.
I mean, the game was over in my opinion. I was already on game 3, just like drafting, preparing for what to do.
I think they had the tools, obviously, to win the game, but they weren't actually progressing the game.
Mhm.
I
Well,
felt
they
like-
were pushing through bottom, at least through early. It was obviously like tough.
Yeah, but even then, it felt like they didn't get.
I mean, they had 3 Drakes. I think if they didn't get caught so many times, like the times since I was in the top side alone, and then
I guess so.
on mid when we like got the bangarang on them, Seraphine ult into any TP and Tibbers over the wall, I
Yeah.
feel like they would rock up to the Drake and then get Drake, and then we would feel like, okay, this is a good amount of progress. I think they weren't.
Yeah.
It's really weren't like stomping that hard, but I feel like our champs were pretty good at.
Yeah, I mean,
Like we have Nocturne.
They were getting picked
Well,
off at really bad times. It like
it just
slowed
felt
it
like
down for them.
the game was so over, but they weren't suffocating us. They were just waiting for the Drakes,
hmm
Yeah.
That's true.
which I don't think is that good.
Yeah.
It's not like they were like forcefully holding themselves back. They like see a good player and they're like, no, keep your ultimate for Drake, keep your
I
flash
think
for
I
Drake.
think the time when Jose tried to do Rift and then Rift out, if he had gotten that for free and then was able to use Rift Herald during the game, we would have suffered a lot more.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
killed him, and then he also wasted it. And we're playing a comp where like we have Nocturne Annie. You guys are like able to one shot whoever you find.
Mhm.
Asher, I think on mid always has good wave clear, so they can't really like go mid and siege. So I think, I mean, of course they could have, probably found like different plays and ways to use Rise ult or whatever.
Mhm.
But I think against our comp, if they didn't get caught and they go to Drake, I think that's, it should be good enough for them. But they made too many mistakes, I guess.
Yeah. There was the discussion earlier this week in the pros episode about the remaking scrims, playing them out from behind. This one probably would have been a remake.
That's a remake on my
On our
screen.
side,
yeah.
I think we probably would have remade this game. Ian, you were the CEO of Don't Remake. There's
Well-
always hope. What do you have to think? Do you think it's because we played these games that we could play that one, or
Well,
what
for
was
some
it?
context, when I came into this team, I said to Nick, I had we had a lot of conversations, obviously.
Yeah.
But a conversation I had with Nick was, I hate FFing scrims.
He hates FFing scrims.
I want to always play these games out, no matter how lost, even if it's like a 5% chance, just to like figure out how to play from behind. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think that is a strong asset. And I've had lots of conversations with the team about it.
Yeah.
Sadly, I think I'm in a losing battle on this team.
Well, we don't exactly like to remake.
Not
or
on the
FF.
remake. The remake we don't remake, but on the
Yeah.
FF thing, we are FF believers.
I think less than other teams that I've been on, to be honest. We FF when it's like, there was that one day where it was like a bit of a in between where you guys kind of got into it of whether we should stay and play the game or not. But I don't know. I don't feel like we FF.
No, we don't FF
That
an
hard.
insane amount.
Yeah.
But I'm just always a believer that should just
Never give up. NA never gives up.
play a
Ian's
game out
turns.
from behind and just
Yeah.
figure it out. And even if you lose those games 90% of the time, if you have that practice, you can do some funny plays,
Yeah.
get active a little bit.
And we did get active. Speaking of active, Blabber was getting active in the comms in that game. What do you guys think when you hear Blabber just start like just full like Murloc sounding? Like he's not even saying words. He's just like, guys, look the whole time.
It
Like
just happens. It's always funny when you do mic check with Blabber because he'll be talking like he'll talk like this.
1 2 1 2 testing.
1 2 1 2.
and then again he's screaming as loud as he
Like-
can.
Yeah.
I'm playing since Al Jong right now. I'm doing my full clear, blah blah blah, doing mic check, and then in game,
Yeah.
just screeching at the top of his lungs.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys understand anything at all that he's saying, but you probably understand.
I mean, I think with
I'm
Blabber,
going.
you learn to tune it out a little bit. It's
Yeah.
like, well, it might not be a surprise to anyone, but sometimes you get like Blabber misinformation in the comms about like any
Yeah.
kind of thing. And sometimes you'll be like, you'll want to look at the enemy ADC, but he'll say like my own champion's name, like look this guy, and it'll be
Yeah.
the wrong thing. So
Yeah, look Jarvan
he's
as he's
the
playing
CEO.
Jarvan. and
Yeah.
he's wanting you to look at their jungler or
so
something.
you kind of need to have like
Yeah.
your filter activated and your translator at the same time to like
He is the
Yeah.
CEO of that.
understand what he's saying.
Guys, look at Nocturne.
Phil is the CEO of
Uh,
passive aggression in
you're
response to
not
Blabber
kidding?
doing
Yeah.
that.
If he says like I'm looking on Karma and I'm playing Karma, I'm like
Yeah, looking at
I'm
myself.
Karma.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm on my
Yeah,
screen.
looking. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I think it's part of the game that people on stage will like do the things once in a
Yeah.
while. Like I think it just happens.
Just tripping over your words, trying to say like
Yeah.
something.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's part of the game.
Yeah. Awesome. Anything else you guys wanted to say about the game that was exciting for the viewers to want to know? Other than TL just couldn't breathe. We completely 2-0'd them.
They were stomped too.
I mean, I told David this, but I always felt like we were going to win that game too. I could feel it in my bones that we were going
Just
to win that
knew.
game.
We just had to stay
Awesome.
composed. Composure is broken in S16 because like
It's
shutdowns and stuff.
completely broken.
Yeah.
Shutdowns and bounties and enemy
And
Zinzao
Sion.
dropping Rough Child for some reason.
And Sion.
Yeah.
W Sion.
W
The
Sion.
Thanatos was completely unkillable that game.
Yeah.
So he just kept walking.
There's
with
one
them.
team fight where he was like in the middle of 5 people for 15 seconds. He's like, I'm
I
gonna
think
walk
we
this
should be
off.
fighting, and then he just
Yeah.
ults out
in the
and leaves.
river.
Yeah.
W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm
I
gonna
saw
walk off,
that.
and I'm looking at it for 10 seconds straight. I'm like, are you sure you're walking this one off?
I saw that and I was like, oh, Thanos is inting.
He did walk it off.
And he
Yeah,
just walked
walking
it
it
off
off.
and we won a fight after. I'm like,
yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
crazy.
was giga broken that game. So
okay, Caitlyn had RFC.
awesome. I mean, the RFC was pumping. Like, Sven walked up and he got a like nuke on his head.
He got sniped, yeah. He got
I'm sure when
sniped.
Caitlyn RFC'd my Scion for 30 extra damage, she
Yeah,
was like,
Thanatos didn't even notice. Probably he's just standing there, like, oh, that's cool. He presses W and just walks around for a little bit. So awesome. Well, good game, guys. I wish I had the same belief as you that that game was free. I did not. I thought it was completely
fuck?
over. I came back
Where's
outside.
your faith, Nick? Shouldn't you be?
Okay, when I walked back inside and got into the room to watch the game, it was already like 0-2-0 Blabber. Like, oh, okay, the game's just over. Awesome. Can't play.
what do you do after?
I have a ritual. We all have rituals to make sure
Okay.
that we win.
No,
Yeah.
And
that's
every
it.
time I don't do it, we lose. And I did it and we won. So
Okay.
you're welcome
Okay,
for
cheers.
doing my part to make sure this team succeeds.
Thank you, Nick.
Um,
Flower was also doing his part by flashing in the 3 people.
Blabber was doing his part. Yeah, he was really, really doing his part. Thank you, Blabber.
But actually, in all fairness, within all this, or not within, but whatever, during all this blabber slender, I will say that in game 1, I think he was pretty 1v9 the whole early game.
Yeah.
Like he made really good calls with swaps when we killed Rumble top, and I think it snowballed the game pretty well and moved the game forward. I think he was kind of 1v9 in that one. So credit is due because we love
Blabber is the GOAT.
slandering Blabber, but I think he was actually kind of smart.
Blabber is the
game
GOAT.
two,
He's
he
just
was
the favorite guy to make fun of as well because he's too funny
He's a great
to like
victim for
watch.
After his like 0-3-0 start, he was going it up.
He was 5-0-10 after.
5-0-10 after.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
Jose called him an idiot in the comms, and then immediately
5-0
did not get a single death for the rest of the game. So W Blabber. W Blabber. Ian saying take a breath is maybe the most classic Ian line.
Yeah, I've heard it a billion times.
Yeah, he's always dropping a take a breath, guys. It's all good. We'll be like 10K gold. He's like, take a deep breath. It's like, yep.
I'm breathing right now.
Phil loves to say he's breathing right now.
Yeah, I did hear that come from thank you, Phil.
I mean, it's good. Just like make sure everybody's like
I was just like slow
Chilling.
it down, like make sure you're
Take it
actually
easy, yeah.
like not panicking and like thinking about doing something troll.
Yeah, I think when Blabber went over the wall, you maybe
You thought maybe he
would
wasn't
want to
breathing.
say some negative things of what are you doing, because you were like, we can just play slower on my cards, guys. We don't need to do
If
this.
it was scrims, I'd be like, I don't know if I'd say it in the game,
Yeah,
but like I'd probably like talk to him about it after. I'd be like, did you want me to do something different here?
yeah,
And then the conversation would go, nah,
I'm just
I'm just
hinting.
hinting.
yeah.
But in stage, I try to be
Mr. Positive.
PMA warrior.
Yeah, Mr. Positive as you flame the other team in all chat. W Ian.
Wasn't typing too much today though. I don't think.
That's good. I like the restraint.
I was kind of focused on the gameplay.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Sadly, I'm glad you were focused on the gameplay.
Sadly,
to
The
hear.
Annie was looking good, so you were making
sadly
some
we
magic
had to lock
happen.
in Annie.
Yeah, sadly. Ian picked it, by the way. So, all right. So we have a new game to play today on the podcast. We're going to be playing Guess the Rank. So this is made by the C9 team with the help of JetBrains, IDEs, and AI coding agent Junie. So what's going to be here is each bar represents like kills and like the amount of kills, like a heat map
Yeah.
for, just one player. It says it's 900 games. Seems pretty obvious this person is a mid laner.
Yeah, we can see up there. The role is mid. But
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean it's kind of everywhere.
They're getting active on mid, getting a lot
Yeah.
of solo kills, I guess.
Active
So,
on mid and on
good for
bot,
them.
it looks like.
It's like a Kiana player or
Yeah,
something.
it looks like he's
Yeah.
turret diving
this
ball
person
lane
is
quite
roaming.
a bit.
Yeah, he's not really interested in top lane as much, but he goes there as well. I mean, it's not bronze, right? Because I don't think you would see so many kills in side lane in
yeah.
bronze. It's at least
This person
What?
seems like they go to turrets and dive, so they must be like.
I would
Okay
go
at
with
the game.
diamond.
Yeah,
low-key.
I think diamond's
Yeah.
a safe
I'm
bet.
down for emerald, diamond, one of those. So let's do diamond.
Diamond.
Platinum
He's getting active
Fair
down there.
enough.
You should climb.
is getting active.
Whoa, top laner.
Okay, this one is
Average
interesting.
top laner experience.
Yeah.
Top laner, and
A
they're
lot
getting
of
kills
turrets.
on. They're not getting kills at neutral objectives, which makes me think that it's
Well, if you look
low.
at Baron, they're getting a good amount at Baron and Drake, to be fair. I mean, it's not as much as top lane, but I think that's just maybe how the role works. to be
yeah,
honest.
maybe so, but feels like they don't join for fights at
Yeah,
like
it
Drake.
feels like he's
or Baron,
very
so-
Very focused on
isolated
top lane.
in his game.
That's true.
So maybe this is like a rage splitting, like low elo player
Like a
playing
gold.
Tryndamere and
Yeah,
just
it's like Tryndamere,
hitting turrets and
Nasus
going.
or something like that.
yeah. So I'd be honest. I'm down to be like silver, gold kind of thing.
I'd go gold.
Gold.
Platinum
big.
Pretty
again.
close. This is a point.
Okay, we're guessing platinum on the next one then. Whoa, jungle.
We've got a jungler getting
Okay.
active everywhere.
Is he active on the Drakes and the Rift Heralds?
Yep,
Yeah, pretty active.
is active at all the neutrals. This is 300 games.
I feel like this guy might be like
This is tough to say though. Like
Like
in low
higher
elo, you get a
rated.
lot of kills by ganking, whereas in
Yeah.
higher elo, you're like full clearing. But
I feel like
Still getting active.
let's be real, you get a lot of kills.
There's
Getting-
not a lot
Yeah.
under turrets though outside of top lane. Is it? Oh no, I guess in bot that is turrets.
I mean, it's hard to say, right? Because like this kill could be happening after the turret's been destroyed, so
Yeah,
you don't even know if it means that he's turret diving.
yeah,
I kind of
true.
feel like it's higher elo. It looks very evenly distributed, and it's like around objectives too. It's not just lanes.
Yeah,
Yeah, not just camping.
So I feel like
their duo
it's-
partner. So
it's like platinum.
There's the
I'm
highest-
down to go platinum again. It's been
Just-
platinum twice. We're
Yeah,
doing
sure.
another
Yeah,
platinum.
we're due.
I'll
We're due
concede.
platinum.
Let's see. Master. Okay.
Damn.
I was right.
Well,
Cheers.
unfortunate.
Okay,
This is a jungler that only goes top.
this is low elo.
This is
right?
someone camping their
this
duo
is,
partner.
This is low. This is like
How many games is that? Who we see?
300 games. Yeah, I'm down to B. This is low.
This is like
gold,
silver.
platinum.
This is silver for sure.
Silver.
I think silver.
Silver
Okay.
vibes.
Emerald.
G.
You can climb if you have a dual partner and you're just going top all
I
the way.
guess so. Jungle again.
Where's the support, by the way? We need to see a support.
We do not care supports.
Sounds good.
This person is also ideally camping top lane.
Is it still top lane? Because we're spinning around everywhere. And now we can't know. Or?
Yeah. No, it's top lane.
It's top lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm down for a solid Emerald again.
Yeah, I don't know. They just mainly camp top.
Seems like they just
And
camp their
mids.
duo top lane. They
Or
clear
duo,
up.
Yeah, Emerald.
They're like renekton
Yeah.
dive top.
How many are at the neutrals?
Good amount.
Yeah.
Fighting
So,
objectives.
yeah, I'm down for emerald. Let's do platinum again. Gold.
Gold.
Close enough.
We're always one off, but it's chill. We'll take it.
We got 2 points out of 10. Wow, we are terrible.
Cheers.
I mean, it's kind of hard to know.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of just looking at purple and orange and yellow bars and trying to get some
This
rank.
person seems to get kills in this spot, which means they're at low elo. So awesome.
All right, guys, so that was the Guess the Rank game. Thank you to JetBrains for helping us develop that. And before we get back to the podcast, here's a little bit more about our partner, JetBrains.
This is how Cloud9 stays on top of our game with JetBrains.
Our team uses programs developed with the JetBrains tools to better understand the fast-paced environment of League of Legends and Valorant esports.
By utilizing JetBrains IDEs and AI coding agent Juni, we're able to compile and understand information like pick rate percentages, matchup statistics, and even create fun content with ease so we can spend more time gaming.
With the help of JetBrains and AI coding agent Juni, you can use the same programming tools we use to help level up your game today.
Yeah, I guess let's talk about some more drama from the week. Everyone wants to know our opinions on those. So one of the first
That's
ones
pretty
was eXyu. Had an interview that came out basically saying that I guess it's like miserable over there at Dig, and he's been thinking about retiring and wanting to get out. Yeah, do you think? Why do you think it's like that for him? For
I
eXyu,
mean-
why do you think he feels that way? Other than I guess
It makes
They're
sense.
losing.
Like, they're losing every stage game. As far as I understand about their scrims, from like our scrims and like when I talk to other pros,
yeah,
they're not doing that well in scrims.
yeah. So they're just losing.
They're
they
losing.
wake up to come lose every day.
So
It's not great.
it's not great.
Yeah,
And of course, I don't know his contract, but knowing how Dig does contracts, I would go in and gander and say he's at minimum or close to minimum.
yeah, maybe so.
So he's not making the most. He's losing a lot. It's like, makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, I feel like even like an average league player that just plays a good amount of rank can kind of relate to the feeling of, I don't know, if you're somewhat serious about playing the game and you lose a lot, it kind of ruins your whole mood. And it's kind
Yeah.
of accentuated when you're a pro because that's, you know, everything you do and like you pour everything into that. So everything always ties into how you're doing in scrims, how you're doing on stage, and your whole mood and happiness is kind of, you know, tied into that. So if you're
Yeah.
losing all the time and you're not having fun during the day, it's pretty
Yeah.
tough. So I think, I mean, I was surprised that he would talk about it openly in an interview.
Yeah, that's the part I felt was weird. Like I don't know how you guys would feel. Your teammate comes out and says that when you still
Yeah,
have
it's also
like
just, I know they're
games to
out of
play next
playoffs,
weekend.
but they play what, tomorrow?
Yeah.
And of course, like as a spectator, you can only ensue and be like, oh, it's probably like FBI is upset at or Palafox or what's their top laner, Photon, right?
Yeah.
So it's like Photon's like secretly really toxic or something, but like in the team, it's like if you're the toxic person,
Yeah.
you know they're talking about you. Like whoever it is,
Yeah.
you know it's like you've probably seen the interview. You've probably had multiple team talks about it by this point.
Well, they definitely had team talks about it because they ended up doing a like
Yeah.
podcast kind of thing with their GM,
Mhm.
I guess going through and explaining why.
I feel like there's probably some like awkward air now.
But I don't know if
Yeah.
I would agree that like it's a toxic person. I feel like while there's for sure things that are said there that are toxic,
Mhm.
it's more like
The
the
product
environment
of
and the fact that they're losing
environment,
perma that's like bringing out the toxicity out of people.
Yeah.
And that's kind of impossible to avoid. You'll never be able to be, you know, positive and super nice. If you're arguing and always losing and stuff, I think it's normal that toxic stuff will come out and be said. Because I mean, I don't know every player there, but like if they were on a different team and doing better, they're probably wouldn't be
Happier.
toxic. So I don't know if they would care that much
yeah.
that he came out and, you know, said that the environment was shit, because they're probably on the same page. They probably all don't really enjoy
That's
it.
Probably agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks that we're
So-
losing. And you are going to have hard conversations very often if you're on a losing team. It's kind of necessary, or you just accept that you're bad, and that's worse. So the other thing that popped up this week was the like LYON comms, which we always love listening to LYON comms to see what gets said. But there was like 2 back and forth moments of, I think it was Dokla was talking first,
Yeah.
and Inspired told him to shut up, like something, and then Saint also came back with Inspired was like talking through something like,
About like 15 minutes ago.
yeah, and Saint's like, just wait, shut up. What do you guys think of that? What would that?
I mean,
I don't know if you would think something if like your teammate said shut up, but I know it's different on every
Well,
team.
I think the second one was a bit out of context.
yeah.
If you remember that game, Teal aced them,
Yeah,
and then like, at least I thought in the game that they were just gonna go in, and that's when it happened. They like Teal went to Dragon, I think, to get Soul,
yeah,
and Baron instead of vending. So that's when that calm happened. I talked to Inspired about it afterwards because I did pros with him.
hmm
So it was like a tiny bit out of context. I think they all just thought the game was over.
yeah. So
And then
like-
it wasn't, so he told him to
So
shut
they're
up because
talking
let's
about
play the
like
game.
what we could have done
Yeah.
better or whatnot, which is like, I think it's normal. Like their team obviously does it, but a lot of teams do that. And then like Phil said, the game wasn't over. They went Dragon instead of ending.
yeah,
So-
it seems like it doesn't really affect them on the team.
I mean, I
Like,
think it's
seems
fine
like
to
it's
s-
normalized
I
over
think-
there, so it's whatever.
I think it's completely fine to tell someone to shut up. I don't think it's necessarily like ill intent or something, because
Yeah,
I wouldn't maybe say the same if like, because we didn't get the full context of that clip. We kind of just heard Dokla saying like, we're so strong, I think if we just fight, we're going to end
yeah,
or we're going to win or whatever. So I interpret it as like Inspired probably called that like, we do this and then we back, and he's trying to play it slow and make sure that they don't end up throwing the game. And then as like, you know, they're deciding to do that, then Dokla starts saying something else about some
Yeah.
other thing he wants to do. And like, you know, you want to make, if you really don't think that's the good, right thing to do, then
Yeah.
I think telling someone to shut up and just do, you know, what I'm saying is completely
Yeah.
fair.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if it's like, you know, they tell each other to shut up every game and like for any reason, or like they can't, you know,
Yeah.
or they're not allowed to speak anymore, then it's a problem. But if you're like
Yeah.
trying to like get everyone on the same page quickly, then I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I think the intent is like, as long as everyone understands, then it's like
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, everyone's just trying to win. If it was
Yeah.
like on that team, and like
As
we said,
opposed to
trying to lose, which
trying
is
to
what
lose
we were
on
trying to do
everything.
today, of course.
Yeah.
But we tried our best and we couldn't manage it, sadly.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a difference when it's like a toxic approach and you're just saying like, shut the fuck up, like just stop speaking.
yeah.
Then just like stop talking. I need to like talk about the game and like what's happening. So I think it's chill. It's whatever. It just depends on your team. It's different in every team. Maybe some teams would be offended if you did that, but that's a thing you would talk about in like practice and kind of know. So, well, that's it for this episode. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you again for, you know, all the fans supporting us, making sure, you know, we feel good after our wins and after our losses, bringing us up. So,
Losses.
cheers.
After losses.
Thankfully, not many losses. So I love opening the Discord after and someone asks me like, hey, what happened in that game one draft type of thing? They love to give me nice, friendly responses about draft, just
Nice.
like you guys do every single day. So yeah,
That's your
thanks
life.
to you guys. Appreciate it. And yeah, come back next week for the next one and see who we're playing in playoffs.
Peace.